Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. It's been a while. Anyway, I have a ton of FedEx boxes. This is a NURAGOLD little overhaul. I have like 4 necklaces I'm going to review here. I have a 3.5 Miami Cuban, 4mm, a 5mm, and a 6mm. I wanted to get into the Miami Cuban game. I initially bought the 3.5 and I think I might have bought something too small. I already checked the weights. I had to do that with a scale. I don't have one here, but I do know that all the weights are legitimate. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and unbox these. All right, I know this one here is the 3.5mm. Let's go ahead and open this one up first. This one, so NURAGOLD has 2, as far as I know, they just have 2 marketplaces. They sell on Amazon and they sell on eBay. So I actually did both. I have the 3.5 from eBay. You get the authenticity guarantee from them. It takes a little bit longer because they have to sell it to the authenticator, and then the authenticator then sends it to you. It's free, of course, but so here we go. Inside the box, you get your subtotal. They have a 15% off discount right now if you guys are interested. Total ended up being about $1,100 for the 3.5. These are all 20-inch length chains, by the way. Let's see. Nothing. I think the weight on this one was 15.7 grams, and it is indeed 15.7 grams. So in this one, here we go. Comes in that box. In that box is this nice little eBay pouch. Inside the pouch there is some cards with your eBay authenticity guarantee. They give you that. It's very nice. Then there's another card saying like congratulations on your purchase, whatever. And then the other thing inside of here is your necklace, which cool. I will say, just know that buy up. These look so much bigger in person. I mean, on camera. In person, they really are. So I'm gonna keep this on just for reference. This is a 22 I have on currently, and here is. Try to put this on perfectly flat so you can see it. But this is the 3.5mm. So you see where the 20 inches hangs. It's a nice stack if I wear them both together. You can't tell at all from like this far away that it's a Miami. Or I guess NURAGOLD doesn't technically get these in Miami, so it's technically just a Cuban link chain, but you can see the links are super tight. I mean, it's well made. Comes with, all of them come with lobster clasps up till 5. 5 starts with the box lock, 5 and 6. But daily chain, this is nice. I mean, it's noticeable. It's a nice chain. The only thing I will say is, you'll notice it kind of snags if you ever wear chains shirtless. If you don't, it's nice. It'll just hang. It's subtle. We'll do like the hang test that I see some people do. Here we go. There's a little twist right at the bottom. It actually could be because I have my air on and it's blowing at it, but you know what? It doesn't. I mean, to me, I don't think that necessarily matters. All right, moving on. Okay. So this is NURAGOLD from Amazon. Amazon, sure, this is the 4. They give you your invoice in the box. They give you a nice black box, which I'm sure they sent to eBay, but for some reason eBay didn't send it back. Anyway, so we got this nice little box inside. It's the necklace, very nice. 4mm 20. You got your tag on here. They say please don't remove unless you're going to send it. You're not going to send it back. I guess while I'm holding it, try to stay still. They are not perfectly straight. I mean, there's a slight twist, but I mean, I don't believe they're handmade. I believe they're machine made. As far as I know, I spoke to them and they said that they are out of the jewelry district in Los Angeles. So anyway, I'll put this one on, show you. It's a little different than the 3.5. Again, see, the other one was a 3.5. It's not going to be, you know, night and day from a 3 to a 4, but it does have more of a presence. I'll show you all these too with shirts on, tank tops, whatever. Just so you can see where this lies on me, I think I'm like a 16 something inch neck. I'm not, I mean, I am 5'7", but I have a tiny bit of muscle. Traps, I think trap muscles are what, traps, or if you're a little bit heavier, will make your neck a little bit longer. But my collarbone sits, it's right here. This is usually where my shirt starts, right here. And this just comes just below. It will not go back in. It'll just sit right on top. So the 4 is a little bit more weight. I think this one is 25 grams, I believe. So anyway, just so you can see, I will step maybe 3 feet away. Can you see that it is a Miami Cuban? I don't know, but I will show you. Very tight links. It is very, very nice. It has a little bit of weight to it. But yeah, I mean, the 4, I say, it's not a big step up from the 3. I think if you have the 3.5, I mean, that NURAGOLD sells. By the way, I should have mentioned this a long time ago. These are all solid gold. If you didn't get that by the weight, they have a little bit of weight to it. You can hear it. They have a little bit of weight to it. The 3.5 to the 4, it's not a huge difference. I think that if you wanted an everyday chain, honestly, it's like $700 more to get the 4 than the 3. And honestly, they don't, than 3.5. 3.5 looks the same. I wouldn't even fantasize about that one. Moving on to the 5. Actually opened this box really well. So the 5, I would say, is like the good starter point if you're gonna get one. Again, so the 4, 5, and 6 I ordered off Amazon. I don't want to wait. I just wanted to make sure they were legit. Via eBay, I did the authenticity guarantee. I didn't know what NURAGOLD was. So again, you open up the 5, you get the same exact presentation, right? Let me zoom myself out of here. Look at that. That is nice. In the box. They got these little hooks in the box. Let me just take it out. Bam. Little tag. And then the links. So you can see my finger behind. So just so you can get a frame of reference for the size of these. All the way to the end where you have, bam, there it is. All right. This one I'm gonna make sure I put on completely flat because it's kind of like that herringbone style. They're flat pieces, and if you don't make sure that they are actually like perfectly like looped, it's weird. Like you want them completely rounded, flat like this. Otherwise you're gonna just add twists. Ooh. You're gonna add twists in your or on your necklace when you put it on. So you just want to make sure it's completely around, flat like this. Pop it on. So here's the lock assembly here. So on this they have these double clasps here. You just slide it in and then click on one side, click on the other, bam, that is secure. These are 10 karat, all of them. I'm cheap, no, I'm just kidding. These are all 10 karat. Again, that 22 3mm rope I have, that one's 14 karat. And then I have this also 3mm 14 karat bracelet. I didn't really understand the difference between gold and color until I actually compared this to my 14 karat. You can see that the 14 karat is, it's golder. You know, it's like more gold looking, which you wouldn't expect that. But it's still super nice. I mean, I have no lights in here except for literal skylights. Like, it's just natural lighting in here. I have no like lights on me, so you'll just see what it is. But this is the 5. I think it looks pretty freaking good. This is like, now we're starting to get into the bigger territory. I'll give you a reference. That's my finger. All right. I'll even drape the 3.5 over so you can see the difference here. So the 3.5 next to the 5, that just owns it. Completely owns it. See that? Now, see, now the 5 looks pretty big. When you look at the 3.5 in this light, man, that's just, it's not big. Go ahead, and I'm gonna get that 4, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Put that 4 next to the 5. Look at that. That's a 4mm right here. 5. Look at the difference. It looks double the size. It's only 1mm. That's what you get. 5 here, that's 35.6 grams. That's a lot. 25, 35, 10 grams of difference. Look at that. You just get way more presence. So I will say, if you're thinking of going with, I mean, it looks great. If you're thinking of going with a 3.5, just get the 5. I would just save up a couple more months or whatever your situation is, and just get the 5. You won't regret getting the 5 if your goal is to get the 3.5. But you could be like me and decide, actually, you know what? I don't want to get a bigger chain when I'm, you know, later down the road. I just want to get the one and the only. And I will say, all of these I've worn, I've tried on before making this video, so I already have the expectation of what it'll look like. The 5 is heavy, dude. Like, I can feel this. This is a lot of weight in my hand. However, around your neck, it's not. This, I have not seen. I've been waiting for this opportunity to spoil myself, and I have not opened the 6. So this will be a live reaction of the 6. Yes. Nice little box. Let's see, we'll open this one together. Damn. Damn. Okay. Okay. The box clasp here, like I showed you on the 5. Dude, this thing is so freaking clean. Let's see if I could find anything. I already looked at the other ones, and I could not find anything wrong with them. But, so right there it says 10 karat NG. Bam, right there, look at that. That's why you pay for a golf camera. I don't even golf, no, I'm just kidding. Alright, so let's put this freaking thing on. To like push up on that right there. And I guess it just lifts some lever or whatever inside of it. Alright. Dude, this thing looks so good. Alright. Got it nice and flat. Are we on right now? Oh, it's on. Oh, it's on. Oh my gosh. Dude, wait, why does this look so much longer? What? This thing's kind of crazy. Yo, what? Look at this. That is nice. I mean, look how tight these links are. This is super zoomed. All right, here we go. Sorry, I have not operated a camera in 4 years, so bear with me. That is clean. All right, ready? We're gonna do the comparison. So this is obviously shirtless, whatever. Let me go ahead and put a tank top on real quick. And I will also say that if you guys are looking to stack chains, the 4mm, in my opinion, is the best one to go with. The 5 kind of starts getting a little crazy, but it's the price difference of the 5 to the 4. It's not even comparable. So I just got a little white beater on, you know, whatever. It's the same size as where a tank top would sit on me. Tank top might sit a little bit higher, but it will not go into this. So there you go, right there. And the thing is, with the Cuban, right, the heavier it is, the less likely it will flip and roll around. So if you have a 3.5, a 4, and you're realizing that that is happening to you, it's because there's not enough weight around your neck. And with that being said, if you go, I just know for a fact that if you go about an 8 and higher, you will never have it flip or roll. But I have heard that there have been instances where it still can at 6. I don't think I'm gonna have an issue with this. I don't even think you would have an issue with 5. I know at 4 it would slightly do it every once in a while, but dude, this thing is, first of all, I hope, like, can you guys see? This is flat. That is so thick. Like, for reference, this is like, feels like 2.5 to 3/4 stacked. It's very thick. So anyway, we could throw this 22 on for reference. What I could do is just slide that up there, and then you guys are gonna see. So this is 14 karat. All right, this is on the iPhone 13 Pro. A little bit easier to see that. So I got the 22 right here, 20 right here. Kind of nice 3mm rope, 6mm Cuban. I can't say Miami, it's not made in Miami. But pendant, stack, whatever. I don't think I'm ever gonna wear it like this. It's kind of a little too much for me, but that's the reference. This is the best part. You put on a black t-shirt, it really makes gold pop. 6mm, 20-inch, 10 karat. See how you could, there you go. That's fucking clean. All right, so show you what that 5 looks like next to the 6, because you're probably sitting here thinking, I mean, is it even worth going up? Like, why not just keep the 5, right? Well, the 6 is into the, I believe, 50 gram range. Gets a lot bigger, a lot heavier. You have the perks of, obviously, more presence, but still a daily chain. You have more weight that's gonna keep it to lay and catch itself, not just roll all over the place, right? So you got the 5 and the 6 next to each other right here. And what you can't see, obviously you can see the 5 and the 6 being wider, 6 and the 5, and it is considerable. Might not look like it. It is. But what you can't see is the 5 feels so thin compared to the 6. Yeah, look at me. Yeah, I got 2 chains on, right? Whatever. Watch this. But yeah, so while I'm doing this, dude, honestly, NURAGOLD has a good promotion going on where they will give you 15% off. I've tried to look at Chikoji, I mean the Daniel jewelry and Garcia and Gustavo. I mean all those jewelry places, I mean you can't go wrong there if you have the money. This is just way more affordable. It's Amazon. So here's the 4. I believe this is the 6, the 5, the 6. I would say the 5 if you're gonna go with the 3.5. Here's the 3.5. It is a beautiful piece, I will say. This is a piece that you could basically do everything in. It's just not noticeable as a Cuban. And with that being said, if you want a more, if you want a Cuban, just get a 5. But if you want a, honestly, yeah, I wouldn't even buy something this small. I'm not gonna hate on it, but I'm just saying, like, it's beautiful. It's just, unless you're gonna put a pendant on this, which I don't recommend because I don't really like that look, but I would rather you put it on a rope. But unless you're gonna put a pendant on it, I would stick with 5. 5 has the most presence of the 5 and below. 4, unless you're gonna put a pendant on it, but that means teach their own. 3.5 and below, I wouldn't even get. I would just get a rope. I mean, dude, a 3mm rope, especially a diamond cut one. Get a 14 karat or even 10 karat. Shines like hell. You can put a pendant on it. Doesn't look weird. And the best part about that is, what they don't tell you about these Miami Cuban link, whatever, they get stuck up here, especially the smaller ones without weight. They'll just do their own thing at the top of your neck, and it gets really annoying. And I didn't realize that because I've always had a rope that rolls. It always rolls and repositions itself. Whether you're hanging down, you're lying up, it'll always reposition itself, especially with the pendant. This is an anchor. It anchors it down. It'll always pull it down. If you don't have that, what you're left with is this. The weight has to pull it down. This doesn't have enough weight. It's only 15 grams, which if you get hollow, any of these, they're all gonna be less than 15 grams. Even a 6mm hollow will be less than this. It's kind of crazy. So don't buy hollow, save your money, get solid. Basically, the reason behind that is, first of all, resale value. You will not have a high resale value with hollow. They might break. You can't really use pendants on them. But really, it's just, if you want something and you want to justify something to say, I'm buying this for life, hollow is not for life. You're going to be fixing that a lot, especially depending on, all right, if you're just going to have a fancy piece, you're going to wear it every once in a while, whatever. I mean, again, to each their own, but I went down a freaking super rabbit hole with this, tried a bunch of different things, and yeah, I realized that I want what I want, and that's another little thing I'll add is get what you want. Don't short yourself. If you know you want the 6, but you only got money for the 5, wait. It's my little mega. You gotta wait because you're always gonna be thinking about that. So at the end of the day, there is my NURAGOLD review of all of these, the 3.5, 4mm, and the 6. Honestly, all of these chains are very, very well made. They are all the weight. The only one I haven't checked is the 6 because that's the only one that just came today, and I couldn't wait to freaking open it. Dude, honestly, I might just wear this because this is kind of drippy. Look at that. Nah, but for real, thank you for watching. If you did watch, I just basically wanted to get that out there. I didn't see enough reviews on NURAGOLD, and I had a very good experience with them. I spoke with them on the phone. They are legit. And they are real people that you call. They're out of Los Angeles. They speak English. For my American people, that was a big deal for me. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't speaking to somebody in another country that I couldn't communicate with. And yeah, if you don't like what you get, you have 30 days to return it. They honor that very much. So, because like I said, I bought a 3.5, a 4, a 5, and a 6 just to try on, just to see which one I liked, because I knew that I would want to look at all of them, and they're gonna take them all back. So shout out to them, shout out to you guys. I'm gonna enjoy this 6mm forever. Peace. These are all of them here, all at 20. There we go, right there on the dot. Got it. Damn, bro. I got it like that? Shit.